KatieShesko. So Katie, take it away.
Everyone, if you don't know me, I'm KatieShesko. I'm a video game and anime cosplaying flute player who plays games fast. Normally I have to explain the play of games fast, but given where we're at, I think that's the self-explanatory one. And tonight I am joined by my lovely co-host, who I dubbed the Professor of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, Jason.
Hello.
And yeah, tonight we're going to be doing a Breath of the Wild bingo. Breath of the Wild bingos is kind of what got me into speedrunning, and I just love doing them. And I'm hoping by doing this run will encourage more people to do bingos with me. One thing I do want to start with, if you've never seen a Breath of the Wild bingo, one, why have you not watched other Steel City Speedsters events? I've done 2 of them already. For Breath of the Wild bingo, we start on plateau after we get the paraglider. So I've picked up no items, I've defeated no enemies, but I have done all 4 shrines and I've activated the tower and I have the paraglider. And as long as you never hard save ever again after you get the paraglider, your bingo file is always ready. So that's where we will start this bingo. I have not seen the board. Jason has, so it's going to be interesting. And time will start when I say go. So, Jason, would you like to count me down?
Yes. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So I have not seen this card, so I'm going to kind of take a look at the card as I'm going. I kind of have a standard opening, which covers a lot of the beginning stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and turn in my spirit orbs. Go ahead, Jason.
I've already made a prediction of my own internally about what you're going to do here based on the goals that are on the board.
Okay.
I want to draw your attention to the 13th memory. I doubt we have time for the 13th memory.
Probably not. Yeah, we're probably not going to be doing a row 1 or column 1 or row 3 as a result. I see the balloon flight side quest, which is not too bad. We're definitely not doing Daruk. Even though usually when we were doing our co-ops, I was the Rudania person. I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to do it. Don't make me. I see obtain. Okay. Ooh, why did... See, we check these things before we start, and it never likes to do it.
So while Katie does that, just to make everyone feel old like I did the people who are helping us with the restream, in a few days, Breath of the Wild will turn 9 years old. You're welcome.
What?
Ouch.
No way.
Ouch.
Oh,
Yes, it's just it's time has passed so quickly, and of course Nintendo was very quiet about any kind of Zelda news or anything on the 40th anniversary. So we're hoping that they're going to release something soon.
But I think this might be a good time to talk about our bonus 6 goal, which is not on the board, but that's what you guys are donating for. They're kind of all based off, they are based off of a couple years ago, my community got together and put together a custom bingo board just for me. Took me 9.5 hours to do it. Great fun. And these are a couple of our favorite goals from that. One of them is Good Enough Ganon. Ganon is really hard to defeat when you're doing a bingo. So we go to Ganon, we try to fight him, we die, and then we say good enough and mark the goal anyway. The other one is 6 pants. And don't wear them in speed runs. We all know we gotta go fast. We don't have time to pick up pants. We don't have time to wear the pants. So we'll pick up 6 pairs of pants and we won't wear any of them. The other is Blessed Flint Stew. That is a made up recipe, that's not really gonna do anything. But flint is very important in bingo because I swear we can never find flint when we need flint. So flint is kind of our good luck term. Anyone who has a sub to my channel has the flint emote. What was the other one? Six Pants, Ganon, Flint. Oh, and then register a style horse, or try to. It won't let you. I don't know why. We love our spooky horse. So those are the goals. Whichever one has the most at the end will be what I do for a bonus 6th goal.
The game really would rather just give you diamonds rather than flint.
Yes, 100%.
When you have a goal on the board that requires flint, it's going to give you a whole bunch of diamonds.
Yeah.
All right, so Katie is picking up some of her usual stuff that she gets at the beginning. She starts with a heart, which, we could discuss whether that's a wrong decision because everyone knows stamina is where it's at. So she picks up the heart. She gets a bow and some arrows from some pots, then comes over, grabs this axe and gets the warm doublet out so that she can go into some cold areas if needed. And just sort of gathering a few items here on the plateau so that, playing the rest of the game can actually be possible.
Yeah, I should probably decide what row I'm doing. Let's see. I'm looking at, obtain a Bokobo weapon, bow, and shield. That's really easy to do on plateau. There is so many Bokos. The sleep in 5 different beds isn't too bad. The full climber set? 10 Koroks. Whoa. Just kind of taking a quick look. We definitely don't want to do Durg's protection. That is a whole divine beast, and it is not a fast divine beast, so it's something I avoid to do when I only have to do 1 row. Curry Pilaf requires you to go to Goron City, which, again, I try to avoid Goron City because you just either have to be super fast or you have to stop and pick up stuff so that you don't burn. Spring of Wisdom, that's Nadra, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I don't want to have to free Nadra. I mean, we love Nadra, but that is pretty long. Activate 6 towers is kind of trivial now that we have BLSS. Lineru Koroks. Row 5 doesn't look too bad. Or
row 5 is the one that I internally thought that you would do.
Yeah. That might be the play there. Because the climbing boots, I think that is the Secret of the Cedars shrine quest. So that's
that's correct, yes.
15 linear Koroks usually isn't too bad. 1 dog treasure. I mean, we love the dogs. I'm really bad at the golf minigame,
Absolutely.
but you just got to finish it. And then we need camera, but 15 monsters isn't terrible. Yeah, I was either thinking that or this diagonal, the top left, bottom right. But the full climber set, I would need to do the 1 major test of strength. And that can get dicey.
Right.
I think we're gonna go row 5. We're gonna lock in row 5.
Row 5.
We're locking in row 5.
So the climbing boots is a part of an armor set, and you find the 3 pieces of this armor set in 3 different shrines. The boots that she's going to go for is in a shrine that's associated with a shrine quest that you get in Hateno Village called Secret of the Cedars. 15 Lineru Koroks is just get 15 Koroks that are in the Lineru Tower map area. There are 15 dog treasures, so if you go to a stable or a couple of other special locations, there are dogs. You can't pet them, but you can feed them. And if you feed them, they will lead you to a treasure. The golf mini game is a fun mini game that you can do in the Tabantha Canyon. That's just below the Great Tabantha Bridge. and then the 15 monsters in compendium. So the compendium is this wiki, essentially, that you can fill out by taking pictures of things. And to do that, we have to talk to Impa a couple of times. We have to go talk to Pura a couple of times, take her picture, and then we'll get access to the compendium, and Katie can then start taking pictures of monsters.
Yeah, so I think the first thing I'm going to do, normally I would do a little bit more on the plateau to get like fire arrows and stuff, but I really don't think I'm going to need the fire arrows or ice arrows. We're not really fighting anything, so we're just going to head right to Satori Mountain. Jason, would you like to explain this weird thing where Link is holding this bomb and flying through the air? I know you don't like to do this glitch, but you could probably explain it way better than I can.
So this glitch was very controversial. So glitches in general for Breath of the Wild, the movement ones like wind bombs and BLSS, which is Bolith Smuggle Slide, which she's doing right now, all of the major glitches, movement glitches, were found very late in the development cycle of Breath of the Wild. So they had essentially finished development on it, and then oops, all of these movement glitches were discovered. This one was found and is very controversial because it's quite painful to do for many people, because you have to, the way you have to hold and move the controller. But essentially what's happening here is that Link has smuggled a bow and is now holding that bomb, and the collision between the bomb and Link's model pushes him in a certain direction. But it was very controversial when it first was discovered for various reasons. But yeah, it's a movement glitch. And now she's doing another movement glitch, which is whistle sprinting, which is where Link can maintain 2/3 of his running speed while recharging his stamina. I don't like movement glitches.
Jason does not like glitches. It was something we discussed because Jason, when I was first learning to speedrun and learning 100%, because why do short categories when you can do long categories? I used a modified route of Jason's. We sat down together and figured out, okay, well, I do want to do movement glitches, but like, I like to call myself a casual speedrunner. I'm a mom. I've got 2 busy kids. I don't have time to grind, the same way that people who are going for world record do. So doing like the most optimal routes are just require way too much practice, and I don't have time for that. So Jason sat down with me and we figured out like a good hundo route that took some of his, because he doesn't do the movement glitches, but rearranged it a little bit so I could do some of the movement glitches. And yeah, that's why Jason's awesome.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Moglatan is a very important shrine in bingo and in speedruns. In order to effectively use BLSS, which Katie is going to do quite a bit here, you need to be high up. And Moglatan here is high up, and it allowed you to get to the top of most towers and most locations pretty easily. But Mount Satori here has a lot of resources as well, so Moglatan plays a big role in Breath of the Wild bingos and in speedrunning in general. For hundo runs, if you're doing like a fast, fully glitched hundo run, Moglatan is your first stop after plateau.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I can't remember the last time I've done a bingo and not gone to Moglatan. Like Jason said, for how easy it is to get to from plateau, it is such a great shrine because it will help you get to most towers with a BLSS pretty easily. It can get you to the top of castle pretty easily. So it's just a really good first stop, and like pretty much anything you would ever need is on Mount Satori. So it's just a good central spot to get pretty early. I stopped and got the hardy durians. I got 10 of them. I'm going to cook them. That'll pretty much take care of my hearts for the entirety of the bingo. plus some, because again, with the row that we chose, we're not going to be really fighting anything. So it's more for when we do win bombs and stuff like that, or if we do have to take pictures of monsters. So with only 4 hearts and not super good weapons, because I'm not stopping at my favorite shrine, Kamyatak, we don't have good weapons. So that's just going to give us some insurance in case we get sniped by monsters.
Now, one good thing about BLSS, even though I don't personally care for it, is that it does give you some of these amazing views of Hyrule as you're flying over.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
Breath of the Wild is truly a beautiful game, which is one of the reasons that I continue to play it even after it's almost 9 years old.
Oh, God. My bones.
So what you're saying is it's breathtaking.
Yes, it is absolutely breathtaking. Oh, Impa, Pia Skip.
Yes. We, with BLSS, we move
Stop
faster.
it.
We move faster than the game can load, because Link was never intended to go that fast. So we got here before Pia was there, before the door even loaded, before Impa even loaded. So we get to skip a little bit of dialogue by just going straight in the door. But once it does load, it kicks you out and you bust down the door. And then I have to say
This is something you can only...
Go ahead, Jason.
I was going to say, this is something that you can only do in Switch 1. Switch 2 is too fast now, so we don't get those kind of unloads.
Yeah. So yeah, I am running on Switch 1 because the BLSS glitch was patched out when Switch 2 came out. So you can't do that particular glitch on Switch 2. So I'm still running on Switch 1. I bought a Switch 2. My kids play it more than I do. But my son has picked up Breath of the Wild. He's been doing the DLC on Switch 2, so it's getting some use.
So, Katie is talking to Impa not because she wants to, because there are certain quest lines, storylines in Breath of the Wild that you have to follow through in order to do certain things. We're going to do 15 monsters in Compendium, which requires the camera rune on the Sheikah Slate. Well, right now, the Sheikah Slate is broken for some reason. And so he has to take it over to the repair shop in Hateno. But before the annoying little NPC over there will talk to Link, he has to first talk to Impa. And so this is why we're doing this thing with Impa here, so that we can get the camera.
And then I have to obligatory say every time, this tapestry behind Impa, I'm actually cross-stitching that. I've been working on it for 2.5 years. We're about 85% done. Yeah, that's it. That's all. That's the comment. I'm just really proud, and I'm going to be really happy when it's done. We have time for donations as I cook some food, if we have any.
Oh, you bet we do. We have reached the $800 mark for Highway to Help 2026. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you so much for your generosity. And that was accomplished by a couple of $50 donations. $50 from Tumultouch, who says, "Woo, good luck, Katie." And $50 from Dirch Birch, who says, "Thank y'all for putting together this event for a good cause. Keep up the awesome work and keep those runs speedy." Thank you so much. $800, y'all. That's amazing. I love that so much.
Woo. Thanks, Tom.
Maybe
so yeah,
we can see maybe 900 before the run is out. I'd love to see that, folks. Can we get there?
So.
I think we can get there.
I think we can get there. I mean, come on, we got to see that bonus 6. I mean, we're going to do a bonus 6, but like, come on, you got to put in for your favorite meme square. Let me know which one's your favorite.
Put in your favorite meme square. We've got I believe 6 pants is in the lead right now. Collect 6 pants without worrying about them.
Okay.
So,
all right. Well, we might need to go to Kamyatak and get that diamond. We might have to go get that diamond. That's fine. 6 pants is a lot. That's the longest of them. That's okay. That's fine. So, like, if you just need more Breath of the Wild content, donate for the 6 pants. Because that just means you gotta put up with me longer.
Perfect. Like one more Breath of the Wild, you know what to do.
Exactly. Alright, so, yeah, I took some time to cook those hardy durians. Like I said, hardy durians are really nice once you cook them. They not only refill your hearts, but they give you bonus temporary hearts. So having 10 of those gives me a lot of hearts to get through the rest of the run. And then we're going to activate this. I totally have never done a bingo. Needed to come back to Kakariko and realized I forgot to activate the shrine. Nope, not me. I'm a professional. And then we're going to go over here. Up here where there's a great fairy fountain, and there's going to be a couple of fairies. Again, we're kind of grabbing those mostly for just safety so that we don't die. Because especially with some of the movement glitches like BLSS, if you die before you trigger an autosave, it can kick you back pretty far by way of how, like, what triggers an autosave and when did Link last touch ground. And we use that to abuse some things and, you know, in some of the speed runs, but it can be devastating because, as I mentioned before, I will not be hard saving. If I hard save, I destroy my bingo file. Now, it only takes about a half hour to make a new one. I do panels at conventions about how to set up your bingo file and do it during the panel. So it's not hard, but it's like, okay, I don't, you know, just don't hard save, Katie, duh. Oops. So yeah, I will avoid the hard saves.
Breath of the Wild has the absolute best autosave system. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
I totally have never been screwed over by the autosave system.
Well, that's a wind bomb. A wind bomb is another type of glitch that involves messing with the physics of the game. Link has a body and a soul, in case you didn't know, and sometimes they can become detached, and you have to be careful about that. It's a very interesting glitch from a programming standpoint, but we won't go into that right now.
So yeah, I am heading over to Hateno just because I know that the 15 monsters is going to take the longest. So I want to try to get this camera as fast as possible. Plus, it does give me a jumping off point to get to the climbing boots. So just because that's going to take the longest, I can pick up monster pictures as I'm doing the rest of the goals. So that's kind of why we're prioritizing getting to Hateno, activating the tech lab. I'm taking a look at the weather. I really hope that we're not going to get the rain. It's looking pretty gray. Okay.
There's also the dog treasure in Hateno.
Yes. I always forget about the dog treasure in Hateno. Also, how do you guys... I need to know. Everyone put in chat. Is it Hateno? 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 I said Hateno for the longest time, and then people started making fun of me, so I stopped saying it. So now I say Hateno.
Well, in Japanese, it's Hateno.
So that's probably the correct way.
Probably, yeah.
But I gotta know. I
wouldn't have known before this, though. No clue.
Jason's even more awesome because...
in chat or in the donation.
Yes. Yeah, give me a donation with how you pronounce it. But yeah, that's what makes Jason even more awesome. He runs the game in Japanese because he can speak Japanese. Like, Jason just keeps getting better and better every time. Jason, would you like to explain this thing that I'm doing?
Yes. This is a glitch. So normally it's painful to have Link carry carry the torch, and when he's carrying a torch, his walking speed is decreased significantly. I can't remember the percentage. I used to know it, but it's decreased significantly. And so what Katie has done is confuse the game about what's going on, about what's in Link's hand. So Link has smuggled that torch, and you can see right now with the paraglider, it's just kind of like hovering above his head. So the torch is smuggled, and it stays lit, and he can run with this lit torch, which normally is not the case. This is a very fun glitch. It makes doing this so much easier.
Yes.
You just can't put it away, because if you put it away, it'll unsmuggle and
go out
and stop being lit.
Okay. I had an issue when I did a bingo Wednesday where for some reason this did not light and the torch just got one out and I had to go all the way back down. So we good. That's why I lit that sconce just in case. All right, here is Purra. We love Purra. Poor Purra, aged backwards. But she's gonna fix
Some of us like her less than others.
Okay. I like Purra. But she's gonna fix
She's less annoying to me in Japanese than she is in English.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, she's the camera repair person. We get to see the world's most annoying cutscene one more time in this particular bingo. Katie, I don't know how you feel, but I don't know, just something about the drip cutscene just... Ugh. It's... After I've seen it 5 times on Plateau, I kind of feel like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah, we're done. It's like, I don't want to see this. So much dripping. Because, yeah, it makes sense to drop water onto your electronic devices. That's how you get them to work.
Oh, yeah, of course. Uh-huh.
Now, I don't think we technically need to take a picture. I think once we have the camera, since we have the compendium, we can go, but we'll take it just in case.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you're good to go.
We're good to go.
You would only need to finish that quest line if you wanted to go to Robbie in Akare.
Yeah.
Akala.
Or collect more memories, which we don't need any memories, so we're just gonna leave. We're gonna head down to the town. Do I have enough apples? Oh yeah, we got 8 apples. We can feed the dog here. It is in town, right? Yeah.
No, I know it's up at the farm.
Up at the farm?
Yep, up at the farm.
Oh, it's right here.
It's the black dog at the farm.
It's been too long since I've run Hundo. So not... Is it that one?
Actually, right. No, it's the other one. Yeah, it's that one.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I thought it was black, but it's not.
Okay.
Now, hopefully... Now, one of the problems with feeding this particular dogs is that there are other animals around. And if you aren't careful, you can attract the attention of the other animals, and they'll come and eat the apple and not the dog. And unfortunately, some speedrunners do things to the other animals that are not so friendly. But it looks like we're going to be okay.
Come on. There we go. Now, casually, when I was doing this, I didn't know you could feed an apple. I kept killing wild animals for the meat to feed this to the dog. Because in my mind, that made more sense.
I think I got confused on which dog it is. I'm sorry. It's the other one. I'm sorry.
I only have 3 apples. Okay, hold on. We'll chop down this tree, because I think we need 5 apples.
I got confused.
Jason.
I don't really ever feed this dog.
I don't either, usually.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Well, both dogs are getting fed, so it's great.
Yeah, we're feeding the animals. And that's important. We take care of our animals.
Okay, so okay, so maybe what I had in my memory is that the black part of this dog's coat.
Because there is an extended category for Breath of the Wild, which is all dog treasures, which is, I think, one of the more wholesome categories, where you have to go around and feed all of the dogs to get all the treasures. Okay, now it's windy.
I think that's an amazing category.
It is very wholesome, and we love it. I say we, I love it. I need to stop talking as if... Oh, was that
Oh,
enough?
that's it. That was it.
Saving the animals, that's all good.
I mean, if you don't find that wholesome and lovable, then I don't know what to tell you. I think it's under the tree, right? Yeah.
Yep. It's gonna gain you 100 rupees.
Oh, good. I might need it for the pants. And that is.
I think that pants. Yep, the pants is still in the lead here for that bid war there, folks. Now's the time to donate if you want to change that outcome. If you don't like pants, but you like being defeated by Ganon, you could do that.
Yeah, we can go get the climbing boots now. I'm just gonna warp up because I don't feel like climbing back up.
So, I have a hundo run on YouTube. It has a few views on it.
A few, just a couple.
This was recorded. It was recorded for a channel that does full playthroughs of games, and I played it as sort of like a variation on a speed run, a slow speed run, and for the first 6.5 hours, I did not put pants or really any armor on Link, and on that video, the most repeated comment is, "Why did it take 6 hours to put pants on Link?" People on YouTube don't like Link without pants.
I don't get it, man. We gotta go fast though. Like, pants are too slow.
The pants slow you down?
Pants slow you down. Because you gotta go get them, and then you get a menu to put them on. Like, that's too slow.
Oh, no, we can't have that.
We can't have that. So yeah, casually you would like talk to an NPC in Hateno, and they'll tell you about like this quest, and then you kind of are like supposed to kind of wander around. We know where the pants are, so we're just gonna go get the pants.
Do you have a fire rod or something?
No, it's a bingo. Got nothing.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
It'll be fine. We've got 10 cooked hardy durians.
And 4 fairies, so...
And 4 fairies. And if
you'll be able to get there.
Yeah, if I can't get there with that material, kick me off the show now. We're just cut the stream. I don't deserve to be here. Ooh, hold on. Picture. This is gonna get dicey. Because I hate keys. I'm gonna try to avoid these keys. But we need these.
This is gonna get dicey. That was the last run.
Those. Yeah, we didn't know there were dice in this run. We didn't know there were dice in this game.
Wow, this is Dicey Dungeons Part 2
Part 2.
then, huh?
Not the camera. We need bombs.
I've just unfortunately seen so many competitive bingo matches come to a sad conclusion when they thought that they could make it through the cold area.
Yeah. No, I practiced this. I was like, can I get climbing boots in a bingo without dying? And I could, so I was prepared. So this gets us to our 6 pants, but don't wear them. And honestly, it's probably faster to warp away. We don't need that. We need the 15 Linearu Koroks, so we're probably gonna... Oh, that gives us the climbing boots. Hi, Katie. Mark your goals, please. And I don't know why it keeps like... Okay, anyway. It's fine. We're gonna go back to CAC because CAC... I'm trying to think of how I want to route my Koroks. Yeah, CAC's a fine starting part.
I tend to call it Kakariko Mura.
Kakariko. But we're going back to CAC. Because Kakariko is right by Linearu, so it's a good jumping off point for getting the 15 Linearu Koroks.
Well, while you're moving on back, I want to welcome on in the Raiders from the raid we just got. Welcome on into Highway to Help 2026 in support of the Hugh Lane Foundation. We're playing a Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild bingo, and it is going, I think.
It's going. We're going.
How's it going, Katie?
It's going. We haven't had any major deaths. You know what? I'm not commenting because every time I comment, things go bad. So every time
Okay,
I'm like, this
fine.
is going well, the game proves me wrong. So if Jason would like to comment on how it's going, we'll let Jason comment. Because if I do it, where it's just going to explode.
I would say that it's going 2/5 well. That's where I'm at.
You know what? I'll take it. That's good enough. But yeah, we've got you joining us. If you're interested in helping out our cause, the Hugh Lane Wellness Foundation, exclamation point donate. We're just over $800 right now, and we're hoping we could get to 1,000 by the end of the night. So if you're interested, exclamation point donate. You can donate towards a bingo card that we can, or excuse me, a bingo score that we can put on this bingo board right now. Take a look and see which one interests you.
If you got some donations, we're going to kind of be running around Linearu collecting Koroks. We got to get 15 of them. So if there's any donations you've got, go ahead and read a couple.
Sure thing. Let me give you an update on that bid war that I just mentioned. Of course, we have the collect 6 pins but don't wear them in the lead at $50 right now. But we've also got a attempt to register a stall horse at $10, as well as good enough Ganon at $10, and then blessed flute deal at $5. So, folks, this bid war will come to a close towards the end of this run. So you've got maybe an hour-ish to think about it. But if you want to see a particular bingo square be checked off here, now's the time to donate. We can only choose one of the 4. So again, every single dollar you donate will, in addition to going towards the Hugh Lane Wellness Foundation, can also be put towards your choice for the Breath of the Wild bid war. So now's the time to donate. So how many are you at right now?
3? Yeah, we only have... Oh, we have 2. We have
fantastic.
2. I lied. We're at 2 Koroks.
Oh.
We're getting 3 right now.
Got it. We have lots more time then.
Yes, we have lots more time. See, when it's
That's
laid out,
amazing.
this one's
Alright.
a little bit harder to find. Yeah, because it's the running lights. So the running lights are usually easier to find when it's dark, 'cause they glow a little bit better. But the lights can be tricky to see when you have like the water reflections. yeah, if there's any more donations, or Jason and I can just keep talking about it. Like I said, Jason knows everything about this game. He always runs 100%. He's helped me fix when I break glitches in the inventory. Yeah. Jason just
I may
knows
not.
everything.
Got it.
I may not like movement glitches, but inventory glitches, that's my jam. And Breath of the Wild has some pretty cool inventory glitches that you can do.
Unfortunately, most of them are not viable for bingo. At least not for like a one row bingo. Let's see the wizard won't take its picture. We got pictures we gotta get.
So one thing to note that she's specifically taking pictures of monsters. So the compendium is divided up into different kinds of categories. All of the monsters, except for 3, are harmful to Link. Now the other 3, the 3 that are not quote unquote harmful to Link, they actually are if you get too close. But the 3 dragons are considered monsters, but generally won't hurt Link. And if you ever read their compendium entry for the dragons, they say the compendium entry specifically says, yes, they will hurt Link and hurt people, but they don't mean to. It's just part of their nature.
It's the little details in this game that they put so much thought and care into stuff like that, and that's what makes it fun. Like, it's fun to see those little discoveries. Excuse you. I do not consent to it. Not.
Classic Lizalfos moment.
I don't like the Lizalfos. You know what? We're just gonna run. I'm not dealing with it. We'll run. I think there's like one more like right here, so lost more time trying to do that than just running.
And there's the hanging acorn up ahead.
Yeah. We'll get that one. We'll get the rock formation. Then we'll probably... I may have to think, because I usually have a pretty solid route for 12, 15 is not much more, but it's like, okay, where are the other 3 I'm going to grab? But Lanayru is pretty dense with the Korok, so it's not... Like, 15 feels like a lot, and for some regions, 15 is a lot, but for Lanayru, there's a lot of Koroks that are kind of close to each other. So it's not terrible. If it was 15 Guru, that'd be a different story.
There's quite a few in this area of Lanayru called the wetlands. There's quite a few Fleet Lotus seeds. And Fleet Lotus seeds are very important for speedrunners because it's the main ingredient for creating speed food.
Yes.
You said speed food?
Yes, speed food. So speed up food. You can, if you prepare a level 3 speed food, it will make Link move twice as fast.
Got it. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't play this game, so I have no idea.
I think everyone should play this game. I'm obsessed. I have the Divine Beast as a tattoo on my arm. That's how much I love this game. It's kind of, well, you know, I'm sure we'll warp at some point. I can lift up my sleeve. It's 6. I still need to get the hanging acorn.
The game does have a very robust cooking system, and it was improved upon, I think it was improved upon in Tears of the Kingdom, where you actually have a recipe system. Breath of the Wild is indeed a masterpiece, absolutely.
Agreed. Now, I always get asked, Katie, which do you prefer? Do you prefer Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom? And I have to say, there's a reason why I run Hundo for Breath of the Wild and not Tears of the Kingdom. What is this?
I take a more of a por qué no los dos attitude about it.
We'll pick up a couple of these Fleet Lotus seeds, because if I have it, where is this hanging? Oh, there's the hanging acorn tree.
Yeah, I've seen good things about both games, so it doesn't surprise me that they're really, really good. I've just watched others play it, and I'm just being like, this looks amazing. I'm perfectly fine watching y'all play it, but like, I don't know. It's like,
it was just, I remember when it came out in 2017, which, okay, my age.
9 years ago.
My kid was still in my kid was still in preschool, and her preschool teacher was playing it, and it was fun to just kind of talk to everyone and be like, oh, where did you go? Oh, I haven't gotten there yet. Oh, and it just because everyone took a different approach to it, and that just made it so fun with just like seeing how everyone, you know, where they went first and which is their favorite champion and which is their favorite divine beast. And yeah, and what I really love is that the bingos are so accessible. Like, yeah, I'm doing glitches, but when I first started doing bingos, like, wind bombs weren't even discovered. Like, so we were all grabbing a horse and running around on a horse to get everywhere. So, like, you don't need to know any glitches, because I have a lot of friends that play Ocarina of Time, and I've done my fair share of multi-worlds and Ocarina of Time bingos. And in order to do like an Ocarina of Time bingo, if you're not doing a rando version, you have to know some glitches because you have to sequence break, right? But with Breath of the Wild, there is no sequence to break. You don't need to know a single glitch to do a bingo. And we have a robust interactive map. There are robust we have like a really robust cheat sheet with all of the things that, you know, that you might need for goals. And it's so accessible for anyone. If you just want to play Breath of the Wild, you can play bingo. And that's what got me into speedrunning, because you didn't have to learn glitches, so.
Interesting. Got it. So do you really think it was this kind of like open world environment where you did not have to go along a prescribed path that got you into doing these kinds of speedruns and bingo type setups because you didn't have to, there was a low barrier to entry there?
Absolutely, because like I said, I have a lot of friends that love OOT and like do a lot of OOT bingos and randos and stuff. And I do them because I don't want to feel left out, but I don't like OOT as much as I like Breath of the Wild. So I was like, well, do they have bingos for Breath of the Wild? Because I'm like one of the only people in my friend group that actually play Breath of the Wild. And now, excuse you. And when I saw that there were bingos, I was like, oh, this is where I'm spending my life now. I live here. This is where I live.
It's all good, and you seem to be doing quite well so far, so, or at the very least having lots of fun with it, so I'm glad.
I have so much fun. Like I said, before like my friends got busy with real life, you know, like getting their PhD, Dobby. Oh, jeez, this boat was not being very nice. You know, some people got busy getting their PhD or like moving across the country, but we would do a weekly co-op bingo where we would, you know, generate a board and we would split the goals. So like not one person was doing. Is that thing still following me? Wow. It seems far. Sorry. I keep getting distracted because this Boko apparently wants to murder my face. But yeah, we would do a weekly co-op where we would just get together and we would like pick goals and just go for it and have fun playing Breath of the Wild Bingo for a couple of hours, and yeah, like some people like, you know, some people learn glitches, others. This Boko is very word. No, you know what? No, I'm not gonna try to be smart. I didn't grab any good weapons. I cannot fight a blue Boko. We might have to. Okay, I think it's left me alone.
I was like, we got to be getting close to a grid square.
I was like, that feels very far for that Boko. Like,
yeah,
it lives around that tree at that last Korok. That felt very far. It's a bad time to try to talk about how much I love co-op bingos.
Generally, you can't have enemies cross grid squares, so you can't really. I mean, internally in the game, the map is divided into grid squares, and generally enemies cannot cross grid squares without really weird things happening to their internal mechanics. So that one seemed like to go almost the entire grid square.
That went pretty far.
And I think it's actually despawned.
We'll see. Here. But yeah, that was just like the great thing is like some of us would learn glitches because we wanted to learn glitches, and there would be a couple of us that would, you know, still grab a horse and, you know, not do any glitches. So
or spawn a horse from an amiibo.
Or spawn a horse from an amiibo, because we, you know, when we're doing co-op, we don't really care about the rules. Because some of that you want, like, amiibos are usually banned for, like, competitive bingos, but when we're doing just casually, we normally don't really care too much. Alright, that...
While you're looking for some of these other Koroks here, I've got $5 from Anonymous. Thank you so much for your donation. And that's right, folks. You don't need to leave a message or even leave a name if you don't feel like it. All donations are greatly appreciated, whether you put a name or comment or not. So thank you so much for your generosity.
Need 4 more. I'm trying to think, where are the other 4 fast ones? Like, do I want to get up into the Zora area? Probably not. There's the one by the bears. And then there's like 2 by the bears. And then there's the shield. Oh, the shield surfing one's probably not what I want to do either, though.
I was thinking it might be better to go back to the cold area, when bomb across, and do 4 quick ones there towards the top of the mountain. That might be easier to do. Well, you don't have any fire arrows, so...
I don't have any fire arrows.
So that would make those difficult, because those are all melt the ice ones.
Yeah, well, none of those would be Lanayru, like up where the climbing boots are. So,
that's part of Hachino, yeah.
So we could go like up, like I could go back to CAC and then BLSS over to some of the Zora domain ones.
Yeah, that probably is the easiest.
Yeah, we'll do that. Like I said, 12, I'm like, okay, yeah, there's the one by the bears that I could get. That would be like a good 12th one. But when you need 15, it's like, all right, I gotta plan a little couple more. But hopefully we can find some more monsters up in that area. We can take some more pictures. But yeah, this is the nice thing about Breath of the Wild, and like the nice thing about bingos in general is the fact that like every bingo is a little bit different. The goals are always a little bit different. The arrangement of the goals is always a little bit different. So you really get to kind of like challenge yourself with like your knowledge of like, okay, where are the fastest 15 Lanayru? What would be the best dog treasure? Because as Jason said, there's 15 of them. So like, what one makes sense for where I'm going to be? And things like that. So like, the routing is half the fun for me. I get to put my knowledge to the test. I get to kind of plan what's going to be the most optimal way of going, and that kind of stuff has always been interesting to me. Which is why I like Bingos.
Routing is definitely one of the fun parts of doing a bingo, particularly a blackout. If you have time to just sit and play the whole board, just spending time routing how that's going to work. I'm a chemist, so I enjoy efficiency, even in the video games.
I mean, I have a degree in industrial engineering, which is all about best process optimization and all of that. So I get to use that was not helpful at all. Great. Awesome. And it's technically not raining, but it's raining. Oh, you know what? Oh no, that one tree is not actually Lanayru. I was like, oh, if I just go down right over there, but that one tree's not Lanayru actually. And I don't have any stamina food.
That's HO1. Yep.
Okay, we might. Alright, we'll try this one more time. Hi, once again, I'm a casual speedrunner, so my strats are not always as consistent as I would like them to be. I didn't want to throw it.
Hey, to each their own. If it works for you, no problems about that. No qualms there.
And that's a big thing that I like to kind of talk about when I do these things at events or for panels, is that like I kind of always had an interest in speedrunning, but like you see people grinding for like world record and like top times, and like that kind of level takes a lot of time and practice. And like, like I said, I'm a mom. I have 2 kids. They're teenagers, which ouch. And I don't have time to grind. So I was just, like, I don't have time to spend 2 hours trying to get this one trick really good. So I always thought speedrunning wasn't for me. And then it was really Jason that was like, hey, did you know that like you don't have to do it in the most efficient way? And I'm like, what do you mean? I don't have to do it in the most efficient way. Which, like, logically, yeah, makes sense. But as someone who's, again, very efficiency focused, that never occurred to me. And, like, I'm very perfectionist. So I'm like, oh, if I can't be perfect and be the best, why do it? And that's obviously a very toxic mindset. And one that we should 100% not encourage. So I always say, like, I do this for me. Like, I want to get a run on the board. I don't care if it's last. I want to do it for me. And the circle bomb is not cooperating. I do it for me. I do it because it's fun. And if that means I have to adjust a route to do that so I don't have to grind for 3 hours on one trick, then that's what I do. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I can still have fun. So I always encourage people that, like, if you have to adjust a route and like learn tricks as you go, then do that. Like right now I'm learning all Kilton medals, and I definitely have adjusted a couple of things just to make my life easier. Like I get a couple of towers, which allows me to activate a couple of shrines. So some of the more movement difficult areas, I have a backup strat so that I don't lose, a ton of time. And there's not like, do that if that's what you have to do in order to have fun. So I always encourage people that, like, I don't know, most communities are really helpful. Like I said, I wouldn't be doing any of the speedrunning stuff if it wasn't for Jason or like Dotso, who has sat in many a Discord call to help me route stuff or help with tricks, or Katie broke the inventory again. Can we fix it? And so I feel like a lot of communities we'll have members like that who are willing to help and give tricks and ideas. So if you're interested in speedrunning but don't think like you have the time to do top strats, maybe start with glitchless and then add from there. Learn one glitch and then, keep going from that. So if there's more donations or if Jason has anything to say, I need to focus because I don't have the map. So I gotta orient myself with where I need to be for these Koroks.
No worries. Yeah, I really appreciate you sharing that with us. It's a good philosophy to live by. It's do what works for you. No sweat if you can't live up to the quote-unquote platonic ideal of a speedrun, because obviously that's not going to work for every single person. So I really do appreciate that thought. Maybe you just maybe you learn one glitch. Maybe you don't learn the whole game because it takes too much time and you're not up for that. Maybe you walk into a Ganon boss fight and you fail, but you say, you know what, that's good enough because I don't feel like learning the whole thing. Folks, that good enough Ganon incentive is at $10 right now. If you want to see good enough Ganon, where we walk into the Ganon, die by his hands, and then just say, okay, we're good. Now is the time to donate for that. ! Donate if you want to see that as part of our bid war. I think
Absolutely, that's the perfect setup.
I really do appreciate that. Wow.
No, and it's something that like if you're a recovering perfectionist like me, and like I'm starting to like be like, oh my god, I'm not routing this as well as I would like, and I'm kind of lost. It can be hard to like have that. Or let's not trigger talking to Zora. But it can be hard to kind of break out of that mindset and. Sorry, I'm really lost with what chorus I want to get right now because I think I fell down too early. You know what we're going to do? We're just going to go get the tower. Speaking of, we only need 4 Koroks, but it can be very tricky without the map. So we're just going to go get the tower. Hence, hey, we're not having the perfect run.
I was sitting here thinking, will I be able to be your GPS navigation to get you to them? But yeah, maybe just going and grabbing the tower might be the easiest thing.
Yeah.
So that's some of the other things that I've done for other for other Hundo routes is some people really struggle with finding the Koroks without the map, and so I've on several occasions rerouted a Hundo route so that the towers are gotten early, and then it's easier for the people to enjoy the run.
Yeah, because you're asking yourself, does Hundo actually include 900 Koroks? Yes, it does. It has 900 Koroks, and some of them can be tricky if you don't have the map. Because as you can see in the mini map, it's just a blue square, and if you kind of get lost, it can be a little difficult to orient yourself. So yeah, that's why like Jason said, he'll for some people he'll route in towers earlier so that when you have the map you can be like, okay, yeah, I'm a little bit too far south for this Korok, let me once you have the map, it's easy to figure out where you're at. And that's just part of the making it work for you. And I encourage you to do that and pick up your favorite game. And maybe learn to speedrun. But yeah, so we're just going to fly over to the Lanayru Tower.
Good stuff.
That way we can get those last 4 a little bit easier. I probably should have just grabbed it from the beginning, because 15 can be tricky, even in a place like Lanayru where there's a large concentration. That's usually my rule. If I have to get more than 12, I should just get the tower for the region. I broke my own rule. I was trying to go fast, and sometimes it makes you go slow. But hopefully we can grab a couple of extra whiz robes. We might make a cool spot.
Hang on over.
Yeah, go ahead. We got time.
Oh. All right. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've got $15 from Dag who says, I'd like us to catch Ganon. Pretty suavemente. Can chat help me convince Katie to visit, but of course not beat up?
Oh my
Ganon?
gosh.
Hey, those $15
That comes from that video.
I have no context for this. If you have a context, please do.
Yeah, so I was trying to think of the creator. So the creator, there's a person on YouTube who did this great animation. Did you say suavemente? Is that what she said?
That's what I read. Yes. Whether that's how it's actually pronounced is another question, but yes.
Yes. Yes. So I wish I could remember the creator's name, but it did this awesome animation for Tears of the Kingdom, because apparently, Ganondorf in Tears of the Kingdom is supposed to be, attractive. I don't know, but he did this wonderful animation for it. Yes, terminal montage. Thank you.
I'll have to go give that a look afterwards. All right. Like I said, I have not seen whatever this is before, so.
Ganon's not quite as attractive in this game.
Oh, the shame.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now that we have the map, we can figure out the last 4.
I think folks can go look it up on YouTube whenever they have time, but it's all good.
Yeah, we could do...
So, remind me again, which bingo square are we working on?
We're working on the 15 Lanayru Koroks. We have 11, so we need 4 more, and these are like the 4 tricky ones. I'm wondering... Because the problem with the Zora region and this upper Lanayru region is it's raining all the time. And in this game, you can't climb stuff when it's raining very easily. So I'm trying to think of, like, what would the fast 4 be? Okay, there's the one by the that's kind of up by the shrine, which might not be too bad to get to.
I would you mind if I gave you a suggestion?
Yes.
So you see the pool where Ruta lives after? So there's a Magnesis puzzle right there.
That's right.
And then you can come around to the that one there. Mm-hmm. And then you can get up to the one on top of Ruto Mountain pretty easily just by walking up the road.
Yeah.
So, and then there's that one over on...
there's a ledge right here, right? There's a rock.
Not a rock, but it's a chase the light.
Chase the lights
right there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So those might be a quick 4.
Yeah, I think so.
That's part of my Hundo route. So
yeah, I was about to say. I was looking at that and I
was
like, ooh, I think that's what we do for the Hundo. Because I think you do those ones before. Do you do them before Ruta?
Yes, before.
That's what I thought. So yeah.
Turtle, I think I like the cut of your jib, and I kind of wonder what kind of D&D game that is.
A Zelda-based D&D. I mean, that's how I met Tommeltech through Dobby. So I had never played D&D before, and I was kind of nervous about ever starting D&D. And Dobby's like, but I want to do a campaign based on the 100 years after Link falls, before Breath of the Wild. And I was like, oh, all right, Dobby, this is how you get me to start playing D&D. And we did that for a couple of years before he got busy getting his PhD. I guess that's okay. Where's it? This one. We still love Dobby. But yeah, that's how I and Tomotech ended up joining that. Where? Oh, it's this one? It's this one, right? Sometime I'm looking at this. What am I? Magnesis. There we go. The Magnesis Korok sometimes. The rock sometimes has to be very particular before it's just like, yeah, I guess you can do this. But yeah. So yeah, we just have 3 more Koroks to get in this region. Like I said, we struggle a little bit. The nice thing about whistle sprinting is it's one of those glitches that is really easy to do. And you can sometimes cheese running up some of these cliffs as a result. Because they're not quite vertical enough for the game to force you to climb. Moving weights. There it is. So whistle sprinting is sometimes OP because you can not have to fight the rain quite as much. All right, so just 2 more Koroks. And then keeping an eye out for monsters.
Look for these last 2 Koroks. We've got some, we've got $25.01 from Ren, who says good enough to knock out 6 pants, because that has put a good enough Ganon in first place by 1 cent.
Ooh.
So, yep, good enough Ganon is winning by 1 cent over collect 6 pants but don't wear them. So, it's gonna be good enough Ganon for now. Congratulations.
Okay.
For now.
Okay. For now.
Well,
We'll see for now.
well, 1 cent is good enough.
Yeah. It is.
That's good enough to put Ganon in the lead there. So, folks, this bid we're starting to heat up a bit. Now's the time to donate if you want to choose another option there. Exclamation point donate.
So yeah, we're.
You know, Katie.
Yeah, go ahead.
Katie, you should tell us which one you don't want to do the most, so everyone can donate for that.
Well, I'm getting nervous about time because this 15 Koroks is taking a little bit longer than I would like. And the 6 pants is the one that is the longest out of all of them. I have a pretty good route for the other ones, so that they're under 10 minutes, where 6 pants is going to take a little bit longer than 10 minutes. It's about 15 to 20, depending on how much I collected beforehand, which we're already 1 pair of pants up. So that one it would take the longest. And like I said, I get very worried when I kind of, go in blind with the board, which I think is more fun, which is why I do it. But I'm not looking at the time, and that's probably for the best, but that's making me very nervous. But the golf minigame is not going to take very long, and we can get monsters pretty fast. So, like, I'm probably not as bad off as I think I am. Again, it's the whole, I don't want to look silly. I want to look like I know what I'm doing. But we're about to get that 15th.
You've shown us the ropes so far.
About to get that 15th Korok, so that is that one.
There we go. That's another gold down.
Another goal down. So yeah, I'm just trying to think if there are any monsters up here that we can take a quick picture of before we warp away. We kind of got the Lizalfos.
Did you get a Moblin?
I have not gotten a Moblin.
Yeah, there's Moblins on the road, right over there.
There. I figured we'd probably end up back at Plateau at some point. And I know there's Moblins pretty close to Plateau. And I think I flew just a little too low to get that Moblin. Let's see if we can do a quick wind bomb to just get vertical. We'll see. If not, we'll just warp away and it'll be fine. We'll get a mob and another one. Because they are pretty... Okay. Now we're getting too far. And I don't think we're quite by Rallis Pond to get the Talus. No, we're not getting to Rallis Pond. That's fine. We're gonna go do the... Where is... There it is. We're gonna go do golf. So... Yeah, that's the nice thing about bingo. It's like, okay, if that's not working, that's fine. You can get it somewhere else. And that's what we'll do. Just go somewhere else. And get the 15 monsters.
The rock Octoroks.
Yeah.
All around Satori might be a good one.
Mm-hmm. Octoroks, we can get back to Plateau for the one Talus, because that's pretty fast. And then we can just hop over. Go ahead.
And since apparently you're going to Hyrule Castle here in a little bit, I mean, there's lots of monsters there.
There's lots of monsters at Hyrule Castle. There's so many different types of guardians, and each one is a different one. Oh, and we can go into... Oh, we could go to Kamyatak, because there's a couple of those little mini guardians in there that we can fight or take pictures of. Because all of those count as a different monster, believe it or not. Like, we have options. We have options. We can head to the cold region, get some of the other chews. So we have options. I'm not too worried. But we will head over and get this golf mini game. That way we can just focus on getting monsters at the end. Well, everyone gets their donations in for the, the 6th goal. The fun goals.
All the fun
Fun
goals.
goals.
We can pick one of the meme squares, but they're all
They're
fun
all
goals.
fun. And like I said, those are all from a custom bingo board. So like you're never gonna find those on any of the, if you go to generate a bingo at playbingo.gg, which is where our updated list lives, you won't find it there because those were made specifically for me. Because my community loves me or hates me, depending on how you want to look at it.
Well, I think someone from your community has something to say, because we got $5 from Tumultalk who says, pants, 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 pants. I'm going to give you one guess as to what incentive that was put towards.
I have no idea. Maybe Ganon?
I don't know. Maybe the stall horse. I have no idea.
It might be the stall horse. Might be the stall horse.
Maybe, not sure. But if I'm looking on the tracker here, I see that 6 pants, but don't wear them, is in the lead now with $55. So it's back to the pants now.
Back to the pants. Back to the pants. So yeah, we'll definitely want to go to Kamyatak to get that diamond so that we can buy pants. Because we're gonna need some pants. We're gonna have to buy at least a couple of them. All right, so this is the golf mini game. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, have you collected any pants by this point?
We have 1 pair of pants
Okay,
because we got the climber's boots. The climber's boots are technically pants. So we have 1. And now there are a pair of pants in the Shrine of Resurrection that we did not get.
There's two pants and chests on Plateau. But I think that's the last of the... Well, I mean, if you wanted to go to...
We can go to CAC and buy...
Yeah.
Buy the one. Those are only 60 rupees, so that's not too bad.
The rubber pants are in...
Song of Storms.
The Thundrip... yeah.
Yeah, I would grab that. Hold on, where I have my little cheat sheet of my favorite pants. Yeah, the Soldier's Greaves we can get at Hateno. We could do the Hebrew Maze, which I've tested that. We have enough fairies to get there. The mazes are supposed to be really hard.
Yeah.
But if you know where to drop down, they are not hard at all.
And the barbarian pants are nice.
Yeah. Nope. Nice.
All right. I also wanted to bring up that you started to talk about the mini golf here.
Yes. This is, like, you don't need this for hundo. And yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, it is, you're essentially playing mini golf with this giant rock, and as you can see, I'm not very good. I know that there's probably a strat, and it's on my to-do list of, like, learn the quick strat for this. Have I done that? No, I've been saying that for, like, 6 months. But essentially, you stasis it, you hit it with something, and then you try to get it into the hole. There we go. It only took 7 hits, there we go. You don't need to be good, you just need to do it.
You just need to do it.
You just need to do it.
Golf clap.
Golf clap.
Yep, everyone please golf clap. Nice shot.
So I at least made my 20 rupees back. Because I'm not very good. You know what, we'll pick up one more hammer. Alright, so now we just need the 15 monsters. Where are we at? Because I was not keeping track. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we have 7. Okay. So yeah, let's go back to Plateau. Because I know we can get the 1 Talus, we can get... Do we have... I don't even think we have a red Boko. We just have a blue Boko, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. We just have a blue Boko. So we are going to go back to Plateau. And at the Shrine of Resurrection. Now, should I pick up the pants while I'm here? Or do we just leave it? Or if it gets in?
I'll leave that up to you, but we'll have to see.
We'll pick them up. We'll pick them up. I'm worried about time.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know where we are with the time, and I'm very worried. I don't want to, but I'm also like, we're the last one, so.
I mean,
we'll pick them up. We're right here.
You can just pick. Honestly, I don't know anything about this game. Do what you will. We'll figure it out.
We'll pick them up. We're like literally right there.
The
Yeah, you don't need to be good. You just need to do it. The life advice. You never thought you would come to a speedrunning event and get genuine good life advice. But here we are.
I love that though. It's just, yeah, speedrunning marathon? No, you get some hard-hitting life advice here. I love that. Chat, if you have some good life advice for us, please send them in your donations. Would love to read them out.
We are gonna just head over here. There is a Talus that will wake up. You know what? We might actually beat this Talus for the rupees. Just in case we need pants. Just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case. Alright, so that is... Because it's on Plateau, it's actually pretty easy. We have the Iron Sledgehammer. So even though it's not a super good weapon, it's it works really well against Taluses. Can you climb, please? So yeah, even though the sledgehammer is not great, you kill the Taluses by breaking the ore deposits, which the sledgehammer is perfectly equipped to do. And they drop a ton of gems, which, hey, like I said, just in case we need to buy pants, we're gonna do that.
You may need to, you may not. You may not need to, because we have $5 from Anonymous who says, I counted 8 pants in that chance, not 6. Back to Ganon, please. And that went towards the Ganon selection there.
Perfect.
Let me update the bids here in the bid war, because it might be a really close cut at this rate.
Yeah, because we are now at 9.
I pulled it up.
Yeah. But we are quickly coming to the end. We're at 9 of the 15 photos. So if you really want to see that, so like, yeah, now we're going to be wrapping up.
Okay, got it. How many minutes would you say we have left?
Probably about, let's go 5 to 10.
5 to 10.
Yeah,
got
let's
it.
go 10.
Chat,
Let's go
5 to
10. Let's go 10.
10.
I want to give myself
Excellent.
wiggle room in case things go horribly wrong.
Got it. All good. All right, chat. You heard that. At most, 10 minutes left to put in your donations for this bid war. We have Good Enough Ganon in first place, $65.01. And in the close second place, collect 6 pants but don't wear them at $55. Folks, it's close. Your donations can make or break whatever option you choose. Now is the time to donate. At most 10 minutes left. Get them in.
We're gonna warp back up to
would you look at that?
Cryonosis.
More people to consider this.
Yeah, go ahead.
No.
If there's more donations, keep
we've
going.
got
Otherwise, I'll tell you what I'm doing, where we're going. So, but if you got donations, read those out. Read those out.
Yeah, this bid war is on fire right now. I just want to welcome in the Raiders who just joined our stream. Welcome on in. You are watching Highway to Help 2026. You're watching a Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild bingo run here. And we are accepting any and all donations towards the Hugh Lane Wellness Foundation. This is a Pittsburgh-based nonprofit working to improve the health and well-being of LGBTQ+ and HIV-affected communities across southeastern Pennsylvania. They have lots of programs. They do lots of amazing work. If you're capable, able, and willing to, ! Donate in the chat. And to incentivize you a bit, we have a bid war going on where you can choose the last square in this bingo that we're doing right now. They're all meme-ish options, so pick whichever one you choose. But we've got a hot bid war right now. We actually just got another $10 from Total Run 2412. It says, speaking of the Zelda-based D&D type thing I run, shout out to Zelda Emblem, the server that hosts that is actually having its 10th anniversary tomorrow. Between that and the Steel City Speedzers, I'm in for a baller weekend. But it would be even more baller if I could blast Suavemente while watching Katie fight Ganondorf to the death. Katie's death, of course, because nobody can beat the power of, I can't even pronounce that. To beat the power of that Ganon. Here's $10 to making that dream come true. Thank you so much for those $10. We're heating things up, heating things up over here, folks. $35 from Calamity Ganon, who says, "I'm waiting for you. You know where to find me." I think folks want to see Ganon. It's getting close. Things are heating up over here. Let's see where that bid war is at right now. Oh yeah, that's Good Enough Ganon, and in first place with $100.01. We might be getting Ganon at this.
Ow. Ow, Jesus. Sorry. I was spotted. I was spotted by the Lionel. I got too close. We got too close to the sun. I think that puts us at 13. I'll do a quick count. So we are getting very close to the end.
You don't want to die now and lose those pictures.
I don't want to die now. We might warp away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I was right. Okay, we warping away. We're not risking it. I would like to live.
That's understandable.
Because as Jason said, I would lose those pictures because I did not get an autosave. Yeah.
No, that's all good. Those donations I just read out, that pushes over $900
Woo!
for the Hugh Lane Wellness Foundation. Thank you so much, everyone. This is amazing. Oh wow, this is one of the runs of all time. This is like my catchphrase, but like one of the runs of all time. But hey, it's been going fantastic so far. You've been doing great, Katie.
Having a great time. I'm having a great time. It's
Love
like
to
I
hear
said,
that.
I love bingos. It is so much fun. The shenanigans, the drama. Did I get a blue? Oh my gosh, I can't. How many times have I played this game and I can't even menu properly? did I get a blue chew? I think no.
I believe you did,
yeah,
yes.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I probably should have warped to the, oh my gosh, the tower. We'll head over to... you know what? No, we don't
You
have
can
to
get
warp.
a Guardian inside Magnesis here.
Yeah.
You can get the last two here. So
Yeah.
Decayed Guardian on Plateau, and then the small Guardian in the Shrine.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. I was thinking, oh, let me just head to Central Hyrule. I can go to Kamyatak and get the one Guardian. Because it looks like I would... Now, can I even get to Ganon? I'm starting to wonder, I'm going to have to get some weapons.
Well, so I guess I was going to ask this. I guess we should clarify, because you haven't done any Divine Beasts. So your first challenge is to defeat the 4 Blight Ganon, the 4 Blight Ganons before you even get to Calamity Ganon. So, like, what are the rules? Do you just die to win Blight and say, okay?
Yeah, that's what I usually did. I mean, I would try to get to Ganon. Like, I would make an honest effort to do all of it. But, again, I am not a top runner here. And in a bingo, you are not prepared whatsoever. So, like... but I can do a little preparation and make an honest attempt to get to Ganon. If we go to Kamyatak, we can get some good weapons. I could go to the Tabantha Great Fairy. There's some Mighty Thistle there, and I can do some attack up food. So we can make an honest effort to get to Ganon and not just die at Windblight. The people want to see Ganon, apparently, so... Because this is the last picture we need right here. And that is 15 monsters in the compendium.
And you're just not coming up on an hour and a half.
Oh, okay. I feel so good now. So that is technically time for the 5 goals.
All right. Hey, looking good. Yeah.
I said 145. All right.
Yeah, you're good. You're
awesome.
At 130 right now. Estimate 145. You've got time to do the last bingo, the mean bingo square.
Perfect. Okay. Well, so I think we're all safe to say that Ganon. We're doing Ganon.
If you want to call it here, then yeah, that means Good Enough Ganon has won the mean bingo square bid war with $100.01. We're gonna fight Ganon and do a good enough job at it.
Yes. All right, so we will make an honest attempt to get to Ganon. Like Jason said, if, like with any percent, you know, obviously just beating the game as most any percents are, you still have to do Plateau. We have not found a way to get off of Plateau early. You have to do all of the tower. You don't need to do the tower, but you need to do the shrines, and you need to get the paraglider before you can leave Plateau. So with any percent, if you know, once you do that, you're good to go. Now, is that... Honestly, what am I... Oh, never mind. I know what I'm doing. Haha. But without doing any of the Divine Beasts, the game's like, okay, yeah, so you didn't go do, like, the 4 Divine Beasts. You still gotta fight the bosses of those 4 Divine Beasts. Now, if you play the game casually and you defeat the 4 Divine Beasts, you don't have to fight them again in Castle. Obviously, we're not gonna do all the 4 Divine Beasts because that would be longer than... That would be way longer than the 15 minutes I have left. So, that means we do have to get through the 4 Divine Beasts at the castle before you even get to Ganon. So, because everyone wants to see Ganon, we're going to go over to my favorite shrine for bingos, and that is Kamyatak. I kind of discovered the shrine by accident when I was like doing my first bingos, and then I realized just how much is in this shrine that is literally right off of Plateau. It has a lot of really good weapons right off the bat. It has a diamond, which is worth 500 rupees, so if you need fast money, it has that. I think there's a goal that is like get 6 chests in a shrine. This shrine fits that bill. So it's just like a really good shrine for bingo. But since we didn't have to fight anything, and we didn't need money, I didn't come here. But since we want to try, we're gonna stop here to get some good weapons. So
This shrine is affectionately called, by bingo players, it's called the convenience store. So you stop in and pick up those things. And then the area outside of Kayawan Shrine and the woodland stable there, we call it the grocery store because it has lots of food that is very helpful.
yes. So yeah, we just picked up an Edge of Duality, which is a 50 weapon, which is a really good weapon. It's two-handed. These guardians have oh, we can drop some of these not good weapons. Like, we don't need tree branches. We're gonna drop the tree branches. But you can get guardian swords, which are really good and are really good against guardians. Do I want to get...
So I want to set some expectations for things in case you didn't know. So as we just said, we're gonna have to fight the four blight cannons that you would normally fight in the divine beasts. When you fight them in the divine beast, they scale on their HP, but when you go fight them like this in castle, they have a static HP set to the max. And so Katie is going to have to find a way to do 8,000 HP damage to get through all of them without dying herself. And weapon durability is a thing in this game, which you can have your own opinions about whether you like it or not. But, you know, it's not going to be easy to do this fight with the weapons available without using attack up food, particularly. So like in any percent speed runs, they still use a level 3 attack food in order to get enough DPS and durability on their weapons to defeat the blights. In fact, there's a whole glitch where they skip the first one by using its hitbox against it during a cutscene. So
I'm gonna try.
You're gonna try?
I'm
Okay.
about 50-50 on it, but I'll try. We'll try.
So I just want to set everyone's expectations about where we are.
Hence why good enough Ganon became a thing for us, for our bingos.
So in competitive bingos, the only people who really ever pick so sometimes there is the square to defeat Calamity Ganon. Generally, in competitive bingos, the only people who pick that square willingly are those who run any percent and know how to do that.
Yeah. It's not
Your expectation
one of those,
is good enough.
Yeah. It's one of those squares that, like, if you're doing a lockout, that's probably going to be one of the last squares, unless, like Jason said, you have someone who runs any percent and knows how to do it really fast, and is confident that they can get it in like first try, because otherwise you're just killing time. So yeah, hence why when we do our cooperative ones, we do the good enough, because none of us run any percent, none of us are that much of dedicated speedrunners, so we give it an honest shot, good enough, mark the goal, move on. So yeah, it's hence why it's probably one of my favorite memes, because also, speaking of dragons, there's Dinral.
Oh, Dinral. Yeah, so you talk to Impa, so we get to... So unlocking the dragons requires you to speak to Impa once. Mm-hmm. And so since she did that, we get blessed by Dinral.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it. Because who would have thought... Am I on the wrong side of the mountain for the ferry? No, it's over here. Never mind. We're not going to talk about how I found out that Impa gatekeeps the dragons. Not by doing a bingo and waiting for dragons to spawn and realizing we never talked to Impa because we didn't have to, waiting 45 minutes. couldn't figure out why Feroche wasn't spawning. Yeah, that's how we learned that Impa gatekeeps dragons, because there wasn't anything online about it.
There's only one dragon that you can see before talking to Impa, and that is Nadra. And you see her there for the purpose of that quest. And then once you complete that quest, if you haven't talked to Impa, she'll never spawn again until you do.
Yep. So yeah, me and Dobby were doing a bingo, and we're like waiting for Feroche. And then after 45 minutes, we're like, okay, we can't sit here anymore. Like, we got stuff to do. Come to find out, talking to Impa is what makes the dragon spawn, and there's nothing there. Like, other than, like, if you're playing the game casually, you're probably going to talk to Impa before you ever think about the dragons, because the game points you to Impa as a guide. You don't have to go to Impa, but the game points you to Impa as a guide. So, yeah. We love Impa. We also hate Impa. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I need to go cook the food, but if there's anything else I need to grab before we attempt this. I don't think so. I think we're good. So what is my arrow situation? I have a handful of bomb arrows and a couple regular arrows. I have some rupees.
Were you going to grab at least the ancient arrows?
I'm going to grab the ancient arrows at the top.
Okay.
Let's go to CAC, because I can cook there. I can sell some of the ores that I have and buy some more arrows. So, like I said, we're going to give it an honest... We have to at least give it an honest shot. We got to at least pretend we're going to defeat Ganon. We know we're not going to, but we got to at least pretend we're going to try.
We gotta put the
effort in. We gotta put the effort in.
I like the attitude.
Because if you go in, otherwise it doesn't count. That's because it's not an honest effort. You gotta put an honest effort in. Like, I can't go in with 2 sledgehammers and 2 arrows and 5 bomb arrows thinking I'm gonna defeat Ganon. It's not gonna happen. Like, that's just legitimately never gonna work. But if we go get a couple of good weapons and we go stock up on the arrows, and we're showing that we're trying. You gotta give it the college try.
I like the good faith attempt. Yes.
Alright. So yeah, we have... So yeah, these are some of the ores that we picked up from that talus that we defeated, just in case we needed to buy pants. And instead of buying pants, we're gonna buy arrows. And I think that's it.
Did you get the?
I did not get the diamond. No, I left because I didn't want to fight the other guardian.
Ah.
I don't need fire. Do I get the fire arrows?
I get the regular arrows first, and then whatever you have left over, buy the fire.
Yeah.
With Calamity Ganon and them, they don't really take much additional elemental damage.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then whatever else we have left, we'll get the fire arrows. Can I take them all? Okay. Alright, for everything. We are... Oh, and rupees to spare. It's like I planned it. I didn't plan it. We're just winging it. Why? It's raining.
Well, now you can use one of those fire arrows to light that cooking pot up there.
Yeah. The rain, man. Yeah, the nice thing about CAC, so there's that one cooking pot that is usually lit, but it's not covered. But there is one at the top that is covered that we can light to make our cooking. Make our cooking? Wow. I know English. All right. I picked up some hardy radishes, so we'll cook the hardy radishes. Because the hardy radishes, as well as the hardy durians, will completely refill your hearts, plus give you a couple of bonus hearts, which is nice. Like, we don't have any dragon parts, so we're not going to make the highest level of food, but it'll be something. So we'll just cook 5 of the mighty thistle. It gives me 2 for 4 minutes, so...
So that would be a 1.5 damage multiplier.
Again, not great, but gives us something. And then we'll cook some of the stamina stuff, because if you cook food, it gives you double the hearts that it would if you ate it raw. So this not only is going to give us some stamina refill if we need it, it'll give us more hearts. Refill. No, not sit. I just want to cook. So yeah, we're cooking stuff and giving us the best shot to get as far as we can. Because I would at least like to see Ganon. We don't have what we need to actually defeat it, but we would like to at least see Ganon.
We'll see Ganon for a bit.
Yeah.
For a short amount of time.
Before we just blow up and, you know. But yeah, we'll stop and debate Ganon. That's good enough. And then yeah, with the Endura carrots, the Endura carrots will completely refill your stamina plus give you some bonus. So that's why you cook those 1 at a time. Because if you cook 2, then you're kind of wasting it a little bit, especially in a bingo. This is going to give me full hearts plus extra stamina. So when you only have 4 hearts in a bingo, or 3 if you decide to go for the stamina boost. Again, you can debate which one's better. I think that's...
Yeah, you'll want to cancel that effect because it'll kill your attack up. Yeah.
Put the race in there. We don't need the race. Oh, that wouldn't work.
Yep.
That's fine. We'll eat it now, and then we can just get there faster.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Oops. Alright, let's get to the castle. Not that one. Oh yeah, Moglaton. I sometimes will go to Kamyatak instead of Moglaton because they're both next to each other in the map. I've warped to the wrong shrine before.
Well, Foxy, the king is unfortunately deceased at this point. Killed by Ganon. Unfortunately.
Yeah. We don't get to see the king and hear his sad story. Because that's all before you get the paraglider. So. Okay. So yeah, we are going to use this BLSS. This will get us to the top of the castle. And at the top of the castle is a chest with 5 ancient arrows. Jason, would you like to explain the ancient arrows and why they're so good?
Ancient arrows are this really fun thing. They deal a lot of damage to boss enemies, and they completely just vaporize or send regular enemies into a different void. And they're just the most wonderful thing ever. They are meant to be this little knife-looking thing that's attached to the end of a regular arrow. So if you ever see the graphic for it, it just looks like this little blue knife taped to the end of a regular arrow. And in fact, some of the promotional artwork, for the original promotional artwork for the game, shows Link attaching the ancient arrow to the knife part to the arrow. But they just they vaporize things, and they're just wonderful. Yes, this game is 9 years old. Thank you, Deg.
I can't with a 9-year-old game. You're gonna make all of us feel so old.
Okay, thanks.
Well,
All
just,
right.
just think about all the people who are still playing Ocarina of Time, right? How old is that game?
Oh,
Oh, you know what? That's fair.
I mean, you'll have to realize that I was around and enjoyed the release of the Legend of Zelda.
Oh, like The Legend of Zelda.
Yes, that one.
All right. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm not sure if I was alive for that, but here we go.
okay.
Death by old age, indeed. So one of the funny things so for those of you who know what King Rome or the old man on plateau looks like, I always tell people, so I don't stream with a camera. I'm not brave like Katie is. But I always tell people that I look exactly like the old man on the plateau, except I don't have a long beard and I don't have that much white hair, but otherwise, and I don't have blue eyes, but otherwise I look strikingly similar in appearance physically to the old man on the plateau.
Okay. I just did this. Let's see if I can remember the setup. I gotta think. Where's Dotso when you need him? It's because I know you.
All right, so while Katie does this, what she's doing here is she's attempting to perform a glitch that is going to put the arrow. She's going to shoot an arrow, and that arrow is going to end up in the hitbox for Windblight Ganon, and will continually injure him while a cutscene plays. And you have to do this specific setup, position Link a specific way, and aim at a specific position. While you walk into the cutscene, the arrow gets loosed, and then the cutscene starts, but the arrow sits in his hitbox. And if all goes well for those professional 80% runners, they will destroy Windblight before the cutscene ends.
I stepped into it. I was trying to do the setup and I stepped into the trigger zone. Yeah, you have to be careful because if you get too close. Ow! Let me get the attack up. Food. I don't have a great bow. Okay. And I don't have my infinite bomb arrows, and I don't have my infinite ancient arrows, and I don't have... Yeah, we're not gonna... You can see how very little damage I'm doing.
Yeah, I see that. That's
Yeah, so as mentioned before, each of these Blight Ganons will have 2,000 HP. And so for those of you who've not ever seen a Breath of the Wild any percent run, like they have
amazing.
They have the pattern down exactly. They know exactly which weapon to hit, how many times, and in what way to hit, so that they have enough durability to survive the whole gauntlet.
I don't. I run Hundo and all Kilton medals, which means I usually have 1,000 bomb arrows or 9,000 bomb arrows and infinite fairies, and yeah, I'm not built for this.
And that's quite all right. I love getting to watch this process unfold with whatever you have, you know.
Yeah, as a Hundo runner, I fight Calamity Ganon with no fewer than 5,000 ancient arrows.
And all of the Divine Beast done.
Right, all of them done.
Alright, we at least got to second base for Wind Blight, for one of 4 blights. And there goes my last bomb arrow. I should have picked up more bomb arrows. Why'd you move, sir? That's not very nice. What are you aiming at? I'm trying to hit it in the eye because that'll do more damage and force him to fall. Can you stop warping away? How dare you not just sit still and let me shoot you with arrows?
Yeah, so all of them have 2 phases. For Wind Blight, the first phase is where he just shoots you with his own cannon. The second phase does this really annoying thing. He's got those things that fly around and he charges them up, and then they start to shoot you.
And my good bow is about to die.
Katie's actually doing a good job of preventing Wind Blight from being able to charge them with those headshots. Now this is technically a third phase right here where the Blight is going to start targeting and do the Guardian type blast. So actually she's gonna, yep. Oh,
Yeah, okay.
yep, there you go. Yep. There it is, Wind Blight. Now on to Fire Blight. Oh, wait, no. Wait, Root is next.
Root is next.
Water Blight. Water Blight's nice because, as you can see here, you can actually get some flurry rushes on them pretty easily. And now Katie is using a started with a Guardian weapon. The Blights and other Guardian-type enemies are sensitive to Guardian weapons, so they take a little bit of extra damage.
That's fine. I need to refresh the attack up. And I'm not jumping out of the way fast enough to get the flurry rush. Why is he not side jumping? Link, come on, you're making me look bad. Okay, you know what? That's fine. We have fairies. Okay, second phase. Ooh.
Phase 2. Phase 2 is, if you were in the Divine Beast, what would be happening right now where he's pushing up the thing there, and the Divine Beast to be filling up with water to make it really annoying because Link would have to swim around and stand on certain platforms, but here there's no water. So now what's going to happen is the Blight is going to do this thing here where he starts to shoot ice blocks, and Those are super annoying because they'll follow you around. Well, they're supposed to follow you around.
Supposed to follow you, but you know what? We're not complaining. We say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Because it can be really annoying.
So this is really annoying because he's up in the air, and so you have to essentially headshot him 3 times or 2 times to knock him down like that.
Boo.
And of course, he gets stuck up there. Of course, that's how it goes.
And we're trying to do this with a Bokobo, which does like 0 damage. Again? Kind of rude, if you're asking me. Oh, it's got an arrow back, though. I'll take it. You know what? We will... Okay, did more damage. We are quickly running out of attack food, though. And out of arrows. It's like, I know he's... Okay, I was about to say, I don't really want him up there again. That's where it's hard. Traveler. Oh, I guess we have a traveler's bow. And not a Bokobo. But still, a traveler's bow does not do a ton of damage. I'm not even gonna try, because I know he's gonna get stuck up there again. Oh, thank you, Ice Cube, for clipping through that banner. There goes that. Alright, now we have the Bokobo. You can see it does 4, which is not great, but, you know, here we are. And there goes my last arrow. Oh, no, we got one. We got 1 arrow left. Do I? Oh, we have 1 ancient arrow. We got 1 arrow and 1 ancient arrow. We're totally gonna get through. We're totally gonna get through another 2.5. Because now we have no way of knocking him down. We've exhausted all of our options.
Got it.
Like, there is literally no way I can knock him down.
I mean, you could throw your weapon at him.
Okay. Okay. We have no more attack up. I'm stuck in here. Cannot go any further. Can I get up there? Oh, hold on. Target him, please. Oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah, if he does that, I can attempt to parry that laser. Okay. What other weapons do I have? Okay, there is my knight sword. Thank you, iframes. What other one? Okay, we got a sledgehammer. We've got an axe. We've got a torch.
We're throwing the whole.
We've got nothing.
There.
All right, hold on, hold on.
Oh, we got okay.
We got bombs. We have
okay.
infinite bombs.
That will at 2 HP each or 8 HP each.
Nope, hold on. We need a.
Bit by bit, right?
I told you we're gonna give it a. We're gonna try.
You
We said we were gonna try.
Yeah, I guess yeah. You did say that, yeah. I just did not know what that would entail.
Ow.
This is some boss fight shenanery that I've not seen before. This is amazing.
Now, normally I would just go and die immediately, but everyone wanted to see Ganon, so you know what? This is the content you all paid for. Why see?
That is true. You all did exclusively pay for this. Yeah.
Yeah. Why see me collect 6 pairs of pants when you can see me trying to fight blights with bombs?
I'm glad I got to see this live.
Oh. We're doing it. We're going slow. It's getting there, and we're done. There we go.
Oh,
Good enough. I should have.
Good enough.
I thought I had one more fairy. Good enough.
Good enough. All right.
Good enough.
So that's definitely the end of the run. You can stop time.
Would that be time?
That is officially
That is
time.
time.
We have good
Okay,
enough for
awesome.
that.
Chi.
Yep, I got it.
Whew.
I roll.
Wow. Yeah, that was Look, regardless of how far you went, that was good enough, Ganon. We saw Ganon to an extent. You know, you gave it a good college try.
We tried. We went in with as much preparation as we could do without spending 20 minutes doing it.
Yep.
We did our quick, fast preparation, and we were down to throwing bombs. So
we did whatever we could. We appreciate the effort. That's good enough. All right. Yeah. So, yeah, Katie and Jason, do you want to do any shout-outs?
Like I said, I want to shout out Jason because I wouldn't be speedrunning if it wasn't for his encouragement. And like I said, the hours of him and Dotso and let's see, Squirrel has been there. There's so many, just the Breath of the Wild community of speedrunners are just amazing and are always helpful. So shout out to them. But like I said, thank you to Jason for doing my commentary. Thank you for Steel City Speedsters for letting me do yet another bingo. But I think they're so much fun. Every bingo you see is a little bit different. So I'm glad I get to showcase my favorite game and my favorite way of playing. And yeah, thanks to, yeah, that's it. I could go on, but Jason, do you have any shout outs? I
want to shout out this great flute player. You may have heard of her, KatieShesko. She does a lot of really great things for the community. It's been a great fun being a part of this. Thank you all. Thank you for having us. Look forward to coming back again. Good luck with the rest of the charity streams, and hopefully see you next time.
Sounds good, you two. All right, folks, we're going to move into a quick break here before we give some closing remarks from the day. But again, everyone in chat, give it up one more time for Katie and Jason for this run of Breath of the Wild. Thank you again. Folks, stick around before we head off for the night.